Good morning, everyone. Welcome to English 101 from Colombo Inglés Virtual. Okay, this is another virtual class, another English virtual class from your teacher Juan Pablo here speaking for you. And it's going to teach you about a really important class, which is called the present simple versus present continuous. Now, before explaining the class, reminder, stop the video as many times you can if you can't understand something. Take notes and write all the questions you have about the topic to solve them in class. Practice this topic on your book so you cannot forget it, okay? This is very important because you need to practice as much as you can in order to uh, have better scores and learn more English. So don't forget, learning English is the best. Ooh. Okay, let's go. Today's topic, as I said, present simple versus present continuous. Now, when do we use present simple? Okay, present simple, we use it normally for facts and habits that are always true. For example, does he live in Europe? That's one question. No, he usually visits Europe regularly. Here, we're talking about something that is a habit, which is this one. He usually visits Europe regularly. It means that that person uh, goes to Europe, he travels regularly, maybe, I don't know, once a month, maybe twice, maybe three more times during the year. We don't know, it's not specific, but we know that that person is going to do it a lot of times. So if we put a line over here, okay, we are going to talk about something that is going to happen once, two, three, four, five, six, or even more, okay? Plus something that is really going to happen all the time. In this case, the activity is visiting Europe. So it can happen. We are on May, okay? So it happened that that person can go to Europe on May, then he can go to Europe again on June, he can go to Europe once again on July, and so on. That's what it means, a fact or an habit. Something that is really important in the present continuous, and I repeat it a lot of times, is this part, which means routines. Routines are the key for the present continuous. This means that routines are equal to present simple because that's the one we use all the time to talk about facts normally and habits, things that are always true, permanent states, permanent. Okay? Never forget about that. Now, let's go. It's going to continue. Okay, I'm sorry. Here we have another text which says, "Oh, really? I travel to Paris every 6 months. My mother lives there." We have two sentences here. We have I travel Paris every 6 months. And we have another one, which is my mother. So pay attention to this. this routine is going to happen every 6 months. It means that it's going to happen 2 times per year, because he only goes on June, let's suppose, and then he's going again on December, for example. And something that is permanent is that his mother lives there, which is different from him. This is the guy, because he doesn't live in Paris. Maybe he lives here in Valledupar, maybe he lives in another place. So I repeat again, we are going to use the present simple for things that are true, habits, hobbies, or routines, or permanent situations. Let's continue. How is the structure of present simple? Well, the structure is very easy. The first one is I, you, we, they. This is the basic pronouns. And take a look at the verb over here, which is really important to know that. Live. Oh, I used the wrong one, and I used a red. Live in France. But what happens if we talk about he, she, it, which is third person? He, she, it lives in France. So pay attention, really close attention to this S, because this S only happens with present simple in third person. Only that. Third person from singular. Only that. Remember the Sinister 6 rule that I teach you about the class? That's what it means. So you can know the difference between S, ES, and IES. I'm not going to talk about that because you know already. So let's continue. Going to erase this for a moment. Okay. Now, this is the negative. The first one was the positive. Now we're going to talk about negative. I, you, we, and they. You are going to use don't live. Okay? Don't, which is the meaning of do not. And we have he, she, it. You are going to use a different one, which is doesn't live. You see that the S is not here anymore? It's because in the S only works on the present simple in positive. Okay, only that. But if the S is not there, it's because it's in negative. Remember that. The S only works in positive, not in negative sentences. Now, let's continue. Let's go to the question times. Pay attention to this, does. Normally, on a test, normally a positive sentence is Fernando lives. Or in negative, Fernando doesn't live. In question is going to be different because, as you can see, you see the does here. Normally, does is after the name of the person or the subject, if you want to say that so. But as a different, in questions all the time is going to be first. And then Fernando, the name in this case, is going to be the second. They change the position. Remember, the switch card from Uno is going to be the same. Now, pay attention to this. Does Fernando live in France? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. We have two answers. The first one, which is positive, yes, he does. Remember that does only happens with he, she, and it. And in negative, no, he doesn't. Now, What happens if we're talking about if we're talking about I, you, we, they, you know? So let's pay attention to this question. Do you live in France? No, we don't. Yes, we do. As the same example here, as you can see, the auxiliary is first, and then we're talking about the person, you. Now, in positive sentences, we're going to use it just as the first example. Yes, we do. And in negative, we're going to use it. No, we don't. Now, pay attention to this. Let's continue. Don't do this on present simple, okay? If you are going to answer something in present simple, in positive sentences, don't do this. I likes. No, that's wrong. Why? Because if you pay attention to the pronoun, you can see that the pronoun is I. If it was like he, she, or it will be different because we're talking about third person. But here we're talking about first person, which is I. So the verbs who are we, I, you, the other you, plural, you are not going to use it. Never, 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 never. Don't use it because it's not the rule. But if the real pronoun is he, she, or it, use it. That's the rule. Now, pay attention to this. Second question. That's how you write it. I like to play video games. DS, ES, and IS happens only in the third person from singular, he, she, and it. Only that. Now, what about the present continuous? This is the last topic we have, so you may remember something about it. Now, for activities that are happening right now, we use the present continuous. Happening right now. Take a look at the example. Hi, what are you doing? We're looking at old photographs. My brother is playing football there. This is the photo. So it's happening right now. Take a look at the sentence because it's happening at the moment. So we are looking at old photographs is what is happening at the moment. And inside that moment, you're describing the photo, which is my brother is playing football there. They are describing something that is in process inside a photo, okay? It can happen to a video or something else. So if we made a timeline again about the present continuous as a different from present simple, we can say that present continuous only happens now, in that moment specifically, on the now. And which is what is happening now? They are looking at old photographs. They are looking at old photographs. So that's what is happening right now, okay? It's happening that they are doing that on the moment. They are not going to do it every day because it's a routine. Here, we are not talking about routines, but we are talking about things that are happening only at the moment. Now, let's go to continue. We use it, present continuous, for things that are happening right now, okay? That's one I said before. Things that are happening today, around this time. This around this time can mean 1, 2, 3, 4 hours, 1, 2, 3 hours, days. Also. And temporary situations. Take a look at the words in red On the example, you're going to see that one at the end is going to happen at the same time with the words in black. So pay attention to this. Take a look at the example. Hey, why Isabella is not here? She is having piano classes right now. Today, her class is finishing at 6. So, as you can see, we are talking about something that is happening around right now. Which one is? She is having piano classes right now. Good. And we are also talking about for temporary situation. Today, her class is finishing at 6. Why? Because it's only for today. Maybe it had a problem, the teacher had a problem and he arrived late, or she had a problem, or they changed the schedule, but just for today. Let's suppose that today is Tuesday, so today she's having classes until 6. But on Wednesday, she's going to have normal classes. The schedule is not going to change again. That's what it means, a temporary situation. Now, how is the structure of the present continuous? Easy. Let's take a look at the boxes. Present continuous in positive. We are going to have these ones over here. And you're going to see where those auxiliaries are going to be. Okay, so the first one is in present continuous in positive. What is going to happen? Let's see. We have I am, he, she, it, is, okay, is, and you, we, they, are. Pay attention to this, living here. Remember that in present continuous, the verb is always in ing. The second box, negative. They are moving here. I am not living here. He is not, or she is not, or it is not living here, or you, we, they are not living here. Let's go to the questions. On the questions we have, am I living here? Is he, she, and it living here? Or are you, we, they living here? That's the question. So you can see the auxiliary is going first and the subject is going after that. Finally, we have how to answer that questions. We have, am I living here? Yes, I am. Is he, is she, or is it living here? Yes, he, she, it is. He is, she is, it is. Are you, are we, are they living here? Yes, you are. Yes, we are. Yes, they are. Now, in negative, it's going to be the same. Am I living here? No, I am not. He, she, or it is living here? No. He, she, or it is not living here. Are you, are we, are they living here? No, you are not. We are not. They are not. Finally, don't do this on the present continuous, please. This is an important mistake to do. That is, you avoid the auxiliary. As you can see, you say, I play in video games, when you're not going to say that, you forgot the auxiliary. Or you can have another problem, which is completely different, that I am play video games, that you forgot the ing. So how do we write that correctly? I am playing video games, because as you can see over here, is not here, and playing is not complete. The ing is not there. That's how you see that. Never forget to add the auxiliary and the verb in ing. Now, finally, you're going to see some sample sentences. I am going to teach you how can you know if the sentence is in present continuous or in present simple? Now let's go to the first one. The answers are this one. So, I usually pay for dinner in the evenings. How can we know that it's present simple? We are going to use present simple with green so you can understand that it's present simple. We are talking about usually, and this is an adverb of frequency, which means that it's going to happen in the evenings, and 80%. You pay for dinner. You don't cook, but you pay. You order food for internet maybe. How can we know if it is present continuous? Let's use the blue. At the moment. When you see at the moment, when you see another ones, which are now, right now, today, for example, this one tells you that that is a present continuous. So, at the moment, I am cooking more. So it means that you normally pay for dinner in the evenings, but something makes you cook more. You say like, I'm going to cook more. Maybe because you don't have money is the main purpose of this, I guess. Now let's go on to the second one. The second one are you performing? And I am taking. Okay, pay attention to, again, at the moment. At the moment is telling you that is a present continuous tense. Here you are going to say that only for present continuous in the second sentences. No, I am taking a break for a couple of months. Let's suppose he's taking a break for 2 or 3 months, but when he finishes those months, he's going to perform again. So it's a temporary situation. So we use present continuous for temporary situations. Don't forget that. Temporary situations. Just for a couple of months, days, or hours. Finally, we have this last sentences, which is the mix again. My baby sister cries all the time. In fact, she's crying now. How can we know that the first part is present simple, easy? When we are talking about all the time, it means that it's a routine. Okay, we're talking about routines. Why? Because it's something that the baby normally do. Babies cry a lot, so it's normal. See that routine. Now on the blue one, she is crying now. The one who tells you that is happening in that moment is now. That is something that is happening at the moment. So it is a present continuous. Okay. I hope you have understand about this. Pay attention to the adverbs of frequency. The adverbs of frequency are the ones who are going to give you the information that is present continuous or present simple. If you have any question, please make notes, write on your notebook, and don't forget to give me that on the class we are going to have on Wednesday. Remember that I am recording these classes in order for you to spend the time doing activities and not doing boring classes, okay? Hope you have some fun here. Hope you have enjoyed the class, and I will see you next time.